Hello everyone, how we doing? I hope you are all doing wonderful on this fine Tuesday evening. Man, I have no idea what the days are at the moment. My goodness. How did I even come into that intro? It's just become my intro, and it just happened naturally. I don't really know how we got here, but we're here, and it means I have to remember what the day is, and that's just honestly semi-problematic for me, to be quite frank with you. Oh man, but Chaos, welcome in! I hope you are doing well. First, indeed. You are my hero. Hope work was well. That command was meant to only happen when someone actually speaks in chat, not just pops in for the first time, so sorry for being outed that you're here, Zet, but hope you like your stay. I'm just gonna turn that off for now until I can make that work the way I want it to. Maka, my love, and Bubbles, thank you so much for the 7 months. Goodness gracious, how have I been going so long? Let's turn that command off. There we go. Beautiful. Don't want anyone to be outed when they're not ready to be. But Maka, thank you for the 4 months. Really appreciate that, man. And yes, Maurice love all around. How's everyone's day? How is everybody doing? I don't know. I don't know what my relationship with this day is. I think it's a bit love-hate. I've spent a lot of time with, no energy, but I've also managed to get myself to do a bit today. I've just been, watching YouTube, and after every video, just getting up and doing, 5 minutes of housework, and that's actually been really good. It's been helping me a lot today. I feel like I didn't really get much done, but I'm also happy that what I got done. But yeah. But you're pretty good, shouldn't be awake, but saw you alive, so had to watch my comfort streamer. Ooh, thank you. It's nice to know I'm your comfort streamer. I feel like there is actually no better compliment on Twitch than saying you're someone is their comfort streamer. We all, well, not all of us have one. It takes a little while to find one sometimes, but, yeah, just having a comfort streamer is so nice. And, if you're having a bad day and you see that they're live, it's just oh, Yeah, that's the stuff right there. That's the stuff. And I honestly can't think of a better compliment that I could receive as a streamer that I'm your comfort streamer. It is, yeah, it's really, really, really nice. Makes me feel good and all vibey inside. Vibey inside? Well, I guess we're here. Let's not analyze that sentence too far, too closely. Finished my coffee. Hello! Bubbles, welcome in! What's going on? Hope you well. Hope you are well. Oh, man. What a party. What a time. Just a time to be alive, everybody. I totally forgot to change the stream title today, didn't I? Let's update that real quick. Single player survival, town planning. What's a good joke around town planning? I don't usually have to do this on the fly. Well, I mean, it's always on the fly, but not when I'm being judged. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. That'll do. Alright, the stream has a title now that is not wildly false advertising what we're doing today, because that's when we're not playing Jack's Death Course. We played and finished that last night, and it was a really, really fun time. So I've been having this issue recently when it comes to streaming on our world, which is a lot of our projects we're working on right now are quite big, especially for the resource level we're at. It's quite big. We've got two pretty decent sized projects. We've got the community center and we've got the terraforming for the panda sanctuary. And that's the only projects that we have that have been started. And so if I'm not feeling either of those, it's like, okay, then I've got to start something new. But starting something new requires a whole new style of energy all on its own. So what I thought today, let's just do a bunch of planning. Let's, I want to plan out the city, the town square. I want to plan out maybe like the greenhouse, and if we've got any, some more houses and stuff. See what other things we want. I know I want to have a herbalist's hut somewhere. And yeah, I think that'll be really good for us. I know I want a bakery, I want a windmill, another windmill, because, you know, we gotta have the baker and his very irritating wife that we've already established in the journal, of Heinrich. So, yeah, I think let's do some planning today, figure things out, so that way it's going to be a bit easier for me when I'm not feeling working on a big project, but not feeling the creative energy to start something completely from scratch. Ooh, I am warm. There we go. I'm so happy I've got a fan here now that has a remote. It's just top tier, if I do say so myself. But I booked my flights today for my my holiday to Tasmania. I'm going to be away for about a month. I'm going to go on the 2nd of November and come back on the 30th of November. And I will be streaming while I'm down there. I'll be bringing my laptop. Nem has a monitor for me and some stream lights and stuff that I can use while I'm down there. So I'll definitely be streaming. Probably not, you know, back to my usual schedule, but I'll be streaming. I'll be having a good time. And, yeah, it'll be a wonderful, wonderful time and a half. Alright. Give me just a red hot minute, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, and I am Backaroony. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Now, as always, our beautiful, wonderful Maurice wishes you the absolute best, wants to give you a hug if you are consenting to it, and just so much love is for you in these eyes. If ever you feel unloved and unworthy, know that Maurice always has your back. Well, let's jump into the action, shall we? Alright. So, single player, not Jack's death course, Stream World. Hippity hoppity, let's build some property. I didn't know, like, if I wanted to stream today. It was like, I wanted to stream. Gershta, welcome in. I wanted to stream, but, like, I was worried that I'd have the same issue that I had yesterday, which is just, I get on the world, and then it's like, well, I don't really want to do anything in the world right now. And then I was thinking about that problem a bit while I was, dead on the couch. And I was like, well, let's try and fix the problem. Let's try and do something about it. So, I want to start with this area over here. So what I want to do, let's pop in a free cam. What button is it? Oh, I don't have my modded client open. Whoopsie doodle. Let's restart the client so that I can use my mods, because I didn't want my mods when I was playing the adventure map, but I'd like them now. It makes my life as a streamer just so much easier. And also just as a Minecrafter. There's some mods that I have because I like them to play with, and there's some mods that I have purely because it makes content creation easier. My music's a bit quiet in my head. Let's pick that up for me. But yes, while I wait for this, I just, I want to really just throw my gratitude at you guys. You guys know that you mean the world to me, and your support of me being back. I know it was a big break. I know I can't guarantee any kind of consistency at the moment, so I'm really happy that you guys are here. We had some pretty good numbers last night, which I was really happy about. And yeah, it's really good. I had a few likes on my Twitter posts, which is really nice. And overall, just lots of love coming my way, which was just truly wonderful. Come on, Minecraft, start up for me! When I moved to Minecraft, it's because I've run out of things to talk about. You can't do it to me now. Wonderful. Validation indeed. Validation is literally, like, the most important thing in this world to me. Like, I wish it wasn't. I really wish I didn't crave validation as much as I do, but, we're here. We're here. On the platform of validation. Oh my goodness. Alright, we have a Minecraft screen up now, so let's let it boop. 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 There we go. I wish it didn't take so long for OBS to recognize the game screen. Ba, 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 ba. When I had to set it up for like my YouTube profile, it always just like recognized it. But when I moved over to Twitch, it just takes a few seconds now, and I don't know. I didn't do anything different, and I've been trying to figure out how to fix it for like 6 months because it's really annoying. Alright. Let's wait for the world to load. Now, something that like I was thinking about yesterday, and I never really did anything with it. But video settings? Or is it accessibility? Accessibility. I'm gonna turn off subtitles. Because like you guys can't really see them because I'm in front of them. And I just feel like it makes the screen look cluttered when I have too many subtitles and it pokes up above the screen. So I figure let's just ditch it. Are you okay, honey? I just heard an owl coming from the corner of the room. Alright, so now that we're in, the game is kind of loaded, let's pop in a free cam. Look at that beautiful man. Whoa, majestic. So what I want to do here is I want to bring the land out maybe like around this much. So we've got room for paths and maybe like a little like garden thing here. And then I want to do like a retaining wall, have a little bit of a staircase maybe here, and then we'll start some terraforming work here, and we'll start planning out the town center to be around here, and then the path will cut through where there might be like a fountain in here or something, or maybe it just cuts through, leads to the I don't know, I want like a square, like a square or something. So there might be a fountain, there might be a statue, there might be something, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I want to do, at least primarily. And then once we've got the kind of town square sorted, I want to plan out a few builds maybe this way. I really want a bakery, and so we want the... I should fly over there so it actually loads the chunks. I want to start using the mountain a bit more. Oh, it's like super framey. What's my video settings like? 16 chunks. I feel like that's fine. I feel like I don't have anything particularly taxing open. Odd. But, I mean, it could just be because I haven't let the world load properly yet. But... yeah, so we want to have a... I'm thinking maybe a few, like... I still don't know how I want to do the sheep farm. Because I do want to do it in these towers. I want to have, I think, 5 of them? Yeah, 5 of them, because the 16 different wool types, and I want just an extra one just for white wool. Which this is the white wool one. And I don't know how I want to do it. If I want to do it in like one big building, one big lot, or if I want to have lots of separate towers and then build the sorting system in like a communal area. But I love the idea of having a windmill like up here maybe, and then having a path cutting through, maybe the windmill up here. We cut back into this mountain here and put a windmill there. That kind of like goes into like the bakery. Because we need a bakery to make sense of our lore. I definitely want a greenhouse for like bees. I want a herbalist hut, maybe that's over here. And I do want to start kind of bringing paths up here and start utilizing the space up here as well. Even if it's just for houses, because right now we have one house. And there's a lot of things for that one man to take care of. So I want more houses, more places for people to live. We've got, 3 tax officials here, which need a place to live. Yeah, and I just want, I want more houses. They'll literally still go across that way, of course. But yeah, I want to start utilizing the top up here as well. I think it'll look really cool. Whoop, my light turned off. There we go. But yeah, I want to start doing some planning. Because like when we were working on the barn area, first thing we did was we plotted out where we wanted the barn, and we wanted different things that were associated with the barn. And then I want to do the same, do a lot more planning so that it's easy for us to go, you know what, I think I might tackle the chicken coop today, which we did. And it's like, I might tackle this, I might tackle the herbalist hut, I might do this. So there's just a lot more options for us to do things. Now, early game stuff. Generally, like, on this side, I want mostly manual farms. If they're not manual, I want them to be like the Chicken Pit 2.0, which is just goofy. And, like, unnecessary and not particularly efficient. Obviously, I want the sheep farm, but, like, that's not going to be the most efficient sheep farm in the world. Like, we might make a way better design later in the future if we need a lot of wool. But I want manual farms. I want things that I need. I need somewhere to put the enchanting table in here. I do want, because we've moved the enchanting setup over to the end. But I want somewhere to put the enchanting setup. I don't know where I want it. Because the herbalist's hut I want for brewing. And I don't really want to make a wizard tower. Like, I feel like that's kind of a go-to, and like doesn't really fit the vibe of what I'm going for here. And like we could make a bookshop or something and have it in there, but I'm kind of thinking of just having like a traveling book wagon to have like our two librarian villages in, our mending and our unbreaking guy. And I'm thinking of having that like maybe over there, or even like a by the roadside here, leading into the town. I think would be good. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, I know chat's not super active right now, and if you don't feel like participating, that's totally fine. Lurkers are very appreciated. I want to make a decorative quarry in here. I think it's going to be sick. Nemethy, my love! 7 months. Thank you so much for the resub. Really, really, really appreciate that. 7 long, amazing months. Much love. Thank you so much. Really, really do appreciate that. And yeah, I want to have like the notice board thing in the community center. Brewing stuff I want in the herbalist hut, and I want to put like well, I say simple, but a simple-ish auto brewer in that, because I really kind of hate brewing manually. No, you're right. Don't have to apologize for being late, Nemethy. I just appreciate that you're here. We're doing some planning today, because I've been finding the issue that the main 2 projects we have going at the moment are pretty big. And a lot of the time, it's like I work on the community center, I work on the panda sanctuary, or I collect resources for them. And a lot of the time, I don't feel like working on those big things, but I also don't necessarily feel like have the energy to come up with an idea to start a new project either. Which is why we ended up playing an adventure map last night, because I just didn't want to do anything in the world. And so I want to do lots of planning. I want to create lots of projects, have signs around that I can go, you know what, I'm going to tackle this today. To make it a lot easier for me to play in this world and stream for you guys. Because sometimes it is hard to get that drive, that motivation, especially when it comes to having to entertain at the same time. But yeah, so just asking for ideas of things that, ideas for how I can have an enchanting setup. I don't want to do like a wizard's tower. I don't want it in like the witch's like herbalism hut. I want that to be mainly for brewing stuff. I'm not going to have a library in a farming town. It doesn't really make sense. I don't really want to have a bookshop either. Like, I'm going to have like a traveling like book wagon, because I quite like doing that in these kinds of towns and in farming villages. Just having a traveling like essentially a traveling library. that goes from town to town to help people be educated and read. And I'm just trying to think of other things that we need in this town. We probably need a simple like auto smelter, but you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to have any kind of... I don't want them to be doing stuff that is going to be stepping on the toes of these guys, of the steampunk town, because kind of the whole point of them is industry and refining materials. So I don't want the farming town to have a... I don't want the farming town to have a... I don't want the farming town to have a blacksmith, because that's kind of something that they're meant to be relying on the steampunk town for. So I need somewhere that it's feasible, like it makes sense for me to put my auto smelter, to put like a smallish super smelter, but not be a blacksmith, because it doesn't make sense for it to be there. So many grass in here, a little bit. So yeah, just ideas on more things to put in the town. I want a greenhouse, I want a herbalist, and just what early games do I need things for? I need somewhere to farm bamboo. I needed somewhere to farm cocoa beans. Is there anything else that like we don't have like early game farms for, that we can make early game farms for? I don't know. I don't really think so. I want lots of houses and things. I want a bakery. Should probably be somewhere for children to go and stay, like like kind of an unofficial daycare, maybe. We didn't go to the gunpowder farm yesterday, so we should probably do that today. And then like do the rounds, maybe do some chores, but let's just put all of our dirt in here, because we're gonna probably need it. We'll probably need more. I'd like to set up a bit of an organized chest monster over here, but whatever. Oh, we'll need to... I mean, our elytra will get repaired at the ghast farm, so that's not really a problem. I want to have a look at rockets and stuff. And TNT. How are we doing on TNT? I know probably that. 52 is actually not terrible. Like, I can get a good amount of dirt using that. I wouldn't mind, like, a way to get moss easier. Not like a fully automatic farm, maybe? I don't know. We really don't have a good way of getting bone meal. Like, we've got the cactus farm going. How did I... How? Oh. It's not actually blocked. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was. We've got 23 bone meal, so... and we don't really have a good way of getting... Like, we don't have any spawners set up, and spawners are really just boring to AFK at. I don't really want to use one. And getting a passive mob farm that doesn't look ugly, that will work while we're here, it takes a lot of work because of caving and whatnot. So I don't know. I need a way of getting bone meal. A moss farm is a way to do that. I don't know. Let's go to the nether. Ah. And I kind of am thinking, right? Because, you know, we got... I'm just kind of talking a lot, waxing rhetoric about everything at the moment, so... I might go for 8 stacks of gunpowder instead of the usual, like, 3 or 5. So we can try and get a stack of TNT as well as a set of rockets. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna need both today. And gives me time to just think and puzzle out things that we want to do. I should probably write them down as well. That would help. Yeah, look. Look. I've said this multiple times. I am not proud of myself for the name of the bot. And I'm not allowed to change it for 2 months from its creation. There were literally so many... Twitch. There are literally so many good options that I could have gone with, and that's what I went with. Literally, not the Laugher bot. Like, which is... I don't know how on earth I managed to do that. Like, I had the perfect wordplay handed to me. And somehow I ended up with that. Like, I'm very disappointed in myself. I will be very honest. But Bubbles, thank you very much for the hydrate. And the posture check, which I somehow, like, did without paying attention to that. But yes. Yes. It's bad. I'm planning to honestly just change it to Maurice. Ooh, it's the gas toes. Honestly planning to just change it to Maurice when I get the ability to do so. Because that makes a lot more sense. Let's just grab all my arrows. Let's put you in my offhand. And let's do a 4 min, I think is what the timer is. Beautiful. What? I fixed this command. What? Well, let's... Sorry, guys. I made it put a thing in there. Where's that panel? The panel disappeared. What happened to the panel? Why is the panel not there? Weird. I must have accidentally deleted it. Let's do that. And do that. And you need to be there. Okay. Fixed it. I don't know what happened, but... We're there now. Alright. So now I can shoot these ghasts. We've wasted a bit of time. Why don't I just reset the timer? That would make a lot more sense. There we go. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. Yeah, yeah, like I've got lots of plans. I want to have the town center be like where a lot of our villages are, and have them be in like shops. So like I'm gonna have a butcher shop for our butchers, and yeah, like I want to try and have a few of the different types. Like we've got a Fletcher, that we use regularly, so I want to get somewhere for him. Yeah, and and we'll figure out like what shops and stuff we want to do. Like if they're all going to be tied to villages, I'd like a cartographer, because maps and compasses and stuff are just kind of annoying to make. And you can also get item frames from trading with cartographers, and I like free item frames. I really just think villagers, like you can literally, through villager trading, completely negate the need for leather. Like you can get books and bookshelves, you can get item frames, you can get leather armor and stuff. You can, like, there's no need for leather if you have like a full trading hall. Not that I'm going to get to that, but like item frames and bookshelves, it's just nice to be able to buy them from villagers. Because like, I mean, item frames aren't too bad because it's just one leather per, but bookshelves are just annoying to make. They're what, like 9 leather each, and it's just need a lot more sugarcane input than we have. And yeah, so I'd rather be able to buy them from villagers because I love decorating with bookshelves. I can't wait for the chiseled bookshelf. Like, oh, it's gonna be so beautiful. It's gonna be simple, utter perfection. Ooh, that was a close shot. Yeah, boy. Ooh. Yeah. I'm trying to think. So let's do some writing a little bit. So, 3 leather each for 1 bookshelf, 9 paper. Yeah, but it's still just really annoying. Yeah, my math was very wrong there. For some reason, my brain was just like, yeah, it's 3 leather per book, and it's not. it's not. That's obtuse. So let's think of early game things we need. So I want somewhere for brewing. Bah. Gah. Bah. Bah. I want a smelter. I want enchanting. I want place for villagers. As well as probably a villager breeder would be good. Villager breeder. I need bees. Ba-da-ba-ba. I totally forgot that was the timer sound for a minute. Let's throw on hitboxes. Beautiful. Oh, I went the complete wrong way. There we go. Hello, sir. Whoop. Bleh. I need a better, like, way to actually land on this platform. God dang it. Alright. If I love strats, if you never know, you'll never forget. I mean, valid. 4 min. And there we go, it works properly now. I don't know how that panel got deleted. And let's just quickly do... We're going for like 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. And let's do that. Beautiful. Okay, so... And I want a farm for bamboo, cocoa beans, probably moss. Trying to think if there's an interesting way to do a moss farm that's more interesting to interact with. That's not just an auto moss farm, because one, they just break. They just break. Because of, like, you know, cobblestone and stuff. They require a lot of maintenance, I find. I don't know, I'll figure something out. Even if it's, you know, like... Well, you can't even make a cube of it. There's no real way to collect it anyway. I guess I could just make like a stone to moss converter. Instead of doing a... That's not a bad idea, actually. Not a bad idea, no. Oh, I think I've got an idea of how I want to do that, but that's neither here nor there. I don't think if there's anything else that I want for early game. So, I want somewhere for brewing. I want somewhere to have a super smelter that isn't a blacksmith. I want enchanting. I want shops and stuff for all my villagers to live in. I want a villager breeder. I want somewhere for bees. I want somewhere to farm bamboo, cocoa beans, and moss. We've got pretty much all the animal farms, I think. Are there any other animal farms that exist that we don't have? For like animal drops? The Ghost Unalive-O-Matic! The Gerster, if you will. But welcome in, Knight. Hope you're well. We're thinking about our town right now, because I want to do a lot of planning today. And we're just doing some thinking. I have frogs, but I'm not building a frog light farm in the, well, I have a frog. I did have 5. I don't know where literally any of them are, except for Kip. But I don't necessarily need a frog farm in the town. KD, my love! Thank you for the 6 months, my friend. Laffy, indeed. It's good to be back. I'm glad you're here. Glad you are here, my friend. We're doing town planning today, trying to figure out a lot of what we want to do so that it's a bit easier for me to have the creative energy to work on things, if that makes sense. Because the 2 projects we've got going at the moment are a bit big, and I'm finding it difficult to have motivation to actually work on things on stream if I don't have the energy to do that. So we're just doing some planning. And, you know, we want the farming town side of things to really be everything we need in early game. So we have most of the crop farms. There's a few. Well, we have all of the crop farms. There's a few farms for things, for plants that I still want, which is bamboo, cocoa beans, and moss. We have all of the animal farms. I think I've got all of the animal farms that have drops. We've got rabbits, we've got cows, sheep, and pigs. We've got our storage room. We've got somewhere for our farmer villages. I want somewhere for brewing. Yeah, this is the single player world. Yeah. We're just gathering up gunpowder for rockets and for TNT, because I'm probably going to need to harvest more dirt. So I want somewhere for brewing, which I want to do in a herbalist's house kind of thing. I want somewhere for a super smelter that isn't a blacksmith, because it kind of goes against the law. Because they shouldn't really be refining materials and stuff. I mean, I guess maybe the bakery. Patalica, how are ya? Hope you're good. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I'm thinking, I guess I could go in the bakery. That's not a bad idea. Have a super smelter that's kind of designed for that's canonly about baking bread. I think that's actually a good idea. I like that. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the smelter in the butchery. In the bakery. Brewing, herbalist. Now, enchanting. Enchanting, I don't know where I want to put that. I don't want a wizard's tower. I don't want to make a library, and I don't want to make a bookshop. Doing good? If you and Maurice are doing well, we are doing pretty well. It's been an up and down kind of day. Been struggling just with energy and stuff, but I've also managed to get a bit done, so pretty proud of myself and just happy with that. I want places for all my villagers to be able to trade, and that's going to be shops and stuff, probably in the town square. We could do our brewing in and make a tavern and do brewing in there, but I like the idea of having a herbalist's hut. I want a villager breeder. Shaq, hello. How you doing, my friend? Welcome on in. We're just farming some gunpowder, and we're just thinking about what we want to do in what left we have that we want to do in our town. So yeah. So I want various shops, I'm gonna have a butcher shop, I'm gonna have a cartographer, a map shop kind of thing. Maybe, because I want to have a cartographer. Although the cartographer could be in the map room. He could be yeah, I think he'll actually be in the community center. I think that makes more sense. We'll need somewhere for the Fletcher. Do Fletchers do anything other than, in real life, do they do anything other than, make arrows and bows and stuff? I guess hunting bows. But, for hunting, but it feels like they wouldn't have, a dedicated Fletcher for that. I'm trying to think, what kind of shop would make sense for the Fletcher. Because, while there's conflict, it's mainly social conflict, it's not violent conflict. A hunting lodge? Makes sense. A gun shop? It's just not quite the right time period. Yeah, we've got that. I want a villager breeder. Other than just putting them in like a house, which would make sense, but like, don't really want that. I feel like just putting things in houses is a bit of a cop out. Ghoster, I'd just rather if we keep the like gun talk to a minimum. It's a triggering thing for a lot of people. Like I feel like it's better to have dedicated buildings that make sense for the fact that the purpose they have is that. Like, I don't want it to just be a house. It feels like a cop-out to just cover it in a building that's just designed for living. And it doesn't super make sense for them to have, like, a hospital or even, like, medical center. Like, they go to the herbalist for it, but I also don't want the villager breeder and the herbalist's hut. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I don't need a villager breeder. Armory doesn't really make sense because, like the steampunk town are the smiths and stuff like that. Town guard post. What's that for the villager breeder? Because I don't really need blacksmith villages. I feel like there's nothing I would use them for. For the Fletcher, yeah. That's actually a good point. I do actually have a bit of a watchtower. I could put the Fletcher up there. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll have him on the where the tax guys are. Yeah, that's the thing. Is it's like this is a small farming town. Like they'd go to the herbalist, who's going to be there for our brewing. Like they wouldn't go to. Enjoy your lurk, Petalica. Dun. Yeah, so we've got somewhere we can put the Fletcher already, which I like. It's already built. I mean, it says a threat to the steampunkers that cross the bridge to actually pay the taxes, which I like. Because yeah, hospital does make sense. I don't want to put in the herbalist, which is where they go for healing, because that's for brewing. Church or temple? It's not a bad idea. It'd have to be a small temple, like a shrine. Like, I don't want a big place of worship. I mean, it could go in the community center. Like, I feel like the community center kind of makes sense. Because I don't want to do, like, a church that's big enough for a breeder. Like, if anything, like, I do want some places of worship, but I don't really want a church. I'd rather have a shrine or something like that. Like, it probably even wouldn't have a building. It might even just be a gazebo or something. I don't really want to put it on underground. Is there something abstract we could do? Like indicate that they're travelers coming to town? Like maybe like a camp of wanderers somewhere near, and then like we have the breeder like in the camp. That could be an interesting abstract idea, which I don't mind, like indicating that they're coming from like outside of town. I think that's actually an interesting idea. I like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Traveler camp. Bees, I want to do a greenhouse. And we'll probably put like some flower farms and stuff in there too. But is there anything else early game that I need? Still don't know what to do for the enchanting. But I think other than that, we've kind of got a lot of stuff. I'm probably going to do the portal on the steampunk side, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. And you know, there's other lore things that we're going to want. Like we need houses for all the people. Like that's a thing. And I want to have like some like underground secret love tunnel place. I don't really know how I want to do. I mean, bamboo we can farm over at the Panda Sanctuary. That makes sense. Cocoa beans. I mean, how many cocoa beans would we really need? Not a ton. I feel like if I just use cocoa beans as decoration, because you can put it on stripped jungle logs. So you can use it as decoration on a build that uses stripped jungle. So I might even just do that, like, close to the ground. And then we can harvest it when we need to. Like, we'll need to farm netherwort and stuff, but that, I'll do that over at the herbalists. And moss. I don't mind the idea of putting the moss farm in like our cave area that we're doing a lot of like resource farming in, but I also don't wanna. I'd rather have a build for it. Like, it could just go under the greenhouse, which would make sense. I might do that. I don't know. Alright. Is there anything we don't have right now? Like, we don't have a mob farm, which, you know, would be nice to have, but I also don't want to do, at least anytime soon. It's a lot of effort to do it the way that I want to do it. I think 1.18 really made doing underground mob farms just kinda not worth it anymore. Because they require so much work to actually get okay rates from. Even for a single player world, I feel like they're just not worth doing unless you spend hours upon hours getting the perimeter set up for lighting and caving. Which with free cam and mini HUD will be easier. But it's also annoying. I don't want to spend every stream caving for 2 months. Okay, now let's think of the villages that we want. Okay, ones we have, and see if there's any more that we want to add to our farming town. So, librarians. We currently have 2. We have a mending guy and we have an unbreaking guy. And that's all I'm really interested in having right now. And I want to have like a traveling book van. Which I did in a world once, and I really liked the idea of it. Traveling book wagon. Fletcher can go in the Fletcher can go in the watchtower. Cartographer. I don't know. Butcher. I wanted a butcher shop. Clerics are handy to have. Just for brewing. Because I'd like to use potions more, but I just don't like brewing them manually. So I'd like to get a bit of a brewer setup done. And to those that have played Minecraft for me for a while, you may know that I'm obsessed with designing auto brewers for some reason. Like, I have like 4 or 5 completely different designs and concepts in my redstone testing world. Like, I think I've probably made like 3 different auto brewers just in Vault Hunters, in the world I'm playing in. We have farmers at the moment. Although I wouldn't mind moving them. I feel like it doesn't really make sense for them to be where they are. I wouldn't mind actually putting the cartographers in the having a cartographer like in the tax office instead of the farmers, and then have somewhere else for the farmers to be. Maybe if we make like a little farmers market kind of thing. I don't know. I feel like currently we have like one shop for the town square. And that's the butcher shop. And I don't really want to do a... What if we did like a little grocer? Instead of having the farmers having like market stalls, because I don't really want market stalls in the town square. I feel like that'd be weird. Like I want there to be established shops. Like I'd like to have a tavern. I think it makes sense. They're farmers. Like they're gonna want a pub. And if there's any travelers passing through, they're gonna definitely want to steal the revenue away from the steampunk town. So I want a tavern. Whether or not it's got anything important in it, like function-wise, doesn't really matter. There'll be a place with beds, which would be good, and in that part of the town, which I'm always happy for. I love having beds literally everywhere canonically. Everywhere that I'm working, I like to have there be a bed in an actual building that's designed for there to be beds there. And you know, we don't have to have like not everything has to have a purpose. It certainly won't. We're going to build a lot of houses and they're all just going to have standard interiors. Like I'm not going to put function to them. But I was planning on having pretty much all of my villages in the town square. But I think currently it's just going to be the butcher shop. I feel like a greengrocer kind of thing doesn't... I don't know. That feels weird for the farmers to be in. I mean, I guess this is bakery. That makes sense. Yeah. We'll have at least a farmer in the bakery. We could even just have them as patrons in the pub. I don't actually mind that idea. Because it'll probably be more of a pub than a tavern. I don't know. I mean, like, a tavern is a pub. Like, we tend to associate it with, thank you for the hydrate, Gerster. We tend to associate it with, like, tavern being like an inn and tavern, because it's pretty much what it is in, like, every fantasy thing ever. But, like, a tavern is just the pub. The inn is the sleeping bit. But I do really like the idea of there being... What if we just made a hostel? Like, have the pub and then have, like... Oh, thank you very much for the follow. What's that not popped up on my... Well, that's delayed for some reason. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. How on earth... How do you want me to refer to you, my friend? Hope you're well. Welcome on in. Welcome to the family. How would you prefer me to refer to you? It can be Fang, Forda, Fallow. What's your kind of preference? And am I saying literally any of that name right? Activity feed is slightly delayed. That's strange. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, we're just farming up some gunpowder while we just think about and talk about our town. I do really like the idea of the farmers. Kip, hello! Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I know you've had a lot of stuff going on at the moment, so it's awesome to have you in. Can we get love for Kip in the chat? The boss of all mods. She absolutely deserves it. She pretty much runs the Discord. Absolute champion. But yeah, we're oh, I love that emote. Yeah, we're just doing some planning today. So I'm getting a bunch of gunpowder because 1, I want rockets, 2, I want more TNT. I'm a bit slow right now. Spicy cabbage is hecking me up. Ah, right, of course. Hope you're doing okay. And you'll recover as soon as kippenly possible. We all know you're not human, so I'll just say kippenly instead of humanly. Yeah, let's say farmer, bakery / pub. I like the idea of a hostel. Instead of making the tavern... Instead of making it a inn and tavern, just making it a tavern. And then having somewhere else for people to stay. That they can try and, like, poach. Because, you know, we all know that the steampunk town is going to have a big, grand, fancy tavern. Inn and tavern. So we want somewhere spiteful that the farmers can try and nab that without putting too many resources into it. Because I don't necessarily want the tavern to be a huge build. Doing okay, just adjusting to life and anxiety needs to turn off. Man, that's a mood. Should be more consistent now that my internet's alive. Well, that's a plus. I like internet working. Speaking of which, we had like almost no internet issues last night on stream. It was really good. Really nice for that to be a thing. Tavern needs to be massive. I don't know what you're on about. Oh, the tavern will be massive in the steampunk town, but in the farmer town, I want the big building in the town square to be the community center. Because, like, it's gonna be, like, right by where the community center is, so I don't want it to distract from the community center. I don't want it to outshadow the largeness of that build. I mean, it feels like a bit of a meme, but I feel like if we've got a butcher and a baker, we've got to have a candlestick maker. We're getting close to finished here. I want a candlestick maker. I want a pub. Oh, I bet. Oh, I'm sure they would be, but it's just, I don't know. Well, it's more that I don't want it to be an inn and tavern, because an inn adds a second floor, where you need space for beds and rooms and stuff. Whereas if I just have it be the pub, if I just have it be the tavern, then it only needs to be one floor. It only needs to be the actual, like, bar area. Oh yeah, it'll be super cozy. You know me, I love my interiors. I'm gonna have a good time doing that. Hostel doesn't seem right, though. For a place for travelers to sleep. Because they've got to have somewhere that travelers can, even if they don't pay. I kind of like that idea, actually. Somewhere they can just go to stay. I don't mind that. Because it kind of fits within the ethos while still be of the town, while still being really spiteful to the steampunk guys. I'd say motel, yeah, that's not quite. Like, yes, an inn, but once again, that's another, like, biggish building. And I want the town square to feel more like a place where shops are. And then we've got the one big building, which is the community center. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We probably won't decide it today, but... maybe a separate hostel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is a separate hostel, but like... I don't know, hostel feels kind of strange. In a farming town. A lot of tents. Well, this is something I want to have, like, I am planning on doing, like, a traveler's camp for the villager breeder, but I want this to be, like, in the town square. I want it to be, like, an actual kind of set-up building for travelers to stay in. Like, it could just be in the community center, but I don't want to just, like, delegate everything to the community center that I don't have a good concept for. I need to drink more water. I've been doing a lot of talking. Be gone, sir. But I think we've kind of captured everything that we need early game. Like, that we want to put functionality-wise in the town. Because, you know, aesthetics is far more important than function in our farming town. Like, I'd rather have impractical farms. I think they're enjoyable. I like interacting with farms that aren't ultra efficient. inn in Dublin that I went to where the rooms were underground instead of above. Interesting. I love the idea of it being free. Just trying to think of a way to do that. Oh, that thinking face has been well and truly engaged all stream. This is why I was happy to farm up 8 stacks of gunpowder, because I knew I knew we still wouldn't be done thinking and talking about the plans by the time we got it. Where's somewhere you can go if you need to sleep for free? I know that doesn't really exist in our day and age because capitalism and anti-homelessness, but surely there's got to be somewhere, some kind of building or thing that exists somewhere in the world or has existed somewhere in the world that's designed for people to be able to stay in for free if they need it, like if they're passing through or traveling. I mean, I guess everything tries to everyone tries to exploit tourism because it's good money, but I don't know. Yeah, B&B is not a bad idea. Like attached to the bakery. Even maybe like above the bakery. I don't mind a B&B. That's not a bad idea. Like, it's still a paid service, but I think it's a nice... It's not an inn, it's not a hostel. I think it fits the ethos a bit more of the farming town. I like that. I wouldn't mind coming up with something that would be a free service, just because I feel like that's super spiteful towards the steampunk town. It's purely they want to take away their revenue as opposed to get the revenue for themselves. I think that's really funny. But I also really like the B&B idea. I think that fits the vibe. I think that fits the vibe I'm looking for the ethos of the town. The last thing I need something for is the enchanting setup. Because I don't want to make a library, a bookshop, or a wizard tower. And I don't want to put it in the book wagon. We did it. Bum bum. I think that probably took us about an hour to farm up all that gunpowder, but I don't mind that. Like, we had good conversation, we had lots to talk about, so I think it was a wide use of time. Because it was something that wasn't going to distract me from what we were thinking about. Ba-ba-da-bum-ba-bum-bum. Grinding is fun. Like, I enjoy grinding. That's why I like doing the Ghast farm at the start of streams, because it's just a good time to talk to you guys about things. Like, it's purely just... it's essentially just chatting time, but while I'm grinding up materials. I don't need these gas tiers, but oh well. Let's put the excess gunpowder in there, bone in there, because we've got a full thing of gas tiers and I'm never going to use them. I'm never going to use them all. So that's for rockets. And then these are for TNT. Two, three, four. Boop. And that. Alright. I wanna move this to the barrel now that there's room for it. Because I don't really want to go into the shulker every time I want to make the TNT, because we're doing it like every stream. Pluto, my love, how are you? How are you? I hope you're well. We're doing a bunch of planning today, figuring out kind of trying to put a more easy kind of approach to the town. Like, we've kind of been winging it a bit, and it's been making it hard for me as a content producer to have things that I want to be doing. To have the energy for doing projects we're working on, because at the moment they're all really big. And having the energy to think of something new to start is also another kettle of fish. Doing good, just some biology notes. Oh, good. You missed me. That's really nice to hear. I'm okay. Okay is as far as I'm gonna do. Lots of ups and downs, mainly downs, but I feel like the last couple of days has been enough ups to make me okay with it. I want to top up my rockets so that slot's empty because we're about to fill it. Yeah, I'm okay. It's been a month. Went to hospital, was in a mental health ward for a few days, had issues with my teeth, and just lots and lots of just stuff going on that has made my physical and mental health not something that's been making streaming really doable for me. But we're okay. And the most important thing is somebody once told me. Alright, let's head to the sugarcane silo. A boop boop boop. A boop. A boop boop boop. A boop boop boop. And a boop boop boop. Then we do you, we do that, we do you, we do that, and we live our life happy and good. So I'm coming along. We're doing good. I'm taking the delay's so bad right now. Oof. Is that my end? Let's have a quick squiz. Yeah, that's definitely my end. Alright. It's a bit unstable at the moment. Sorry, guys. Hopefully it'll fix itself soon. And boom. But yeah, I've just planned a holiday. I'm gonna take a holiday for a month. Go down to Tasmania, visit one of my mods, Nem. Gonna stay with her, and it's gonna be a good time. It'll give me a good time to relax and recharge. I will be streaming while I'm down there, but it's just gonna be a nice break, which will hopefully help my recovery a bit. So let's do the terraforming that I want to do. Let's get Jelly out of here first. Come on, buddy. Let's get you out of where I'm going to be doing terraforming. I don't know what's up with the pathfinding of Jelly. It's really annoying. She just wants to be under there for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I will give Nem a big hug for you. Now you stay there for now. You know the best thing about like when we start building more farmhouses and stuff, more houses, we'll have more places for pets to live. There'll be lots of homes for them instead of just one. That's actually really exciting and cute. All right, let's do some terraforming. So yeah, as I was saying before, I want to take this bit of land out quite a bit. So we've got room for like maybe some gardens and paths. I'm thinking I want like a path going around there and coming out down to like there. Savvy! Thank you so much for the resub. 3 months. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for stuffing in. Really appreciate it. We're doing a lot of planning today. Just doing some foundation work for our town to just make streaming and playing in this world a lot easier. That. So, let's come out like this. We can blend the terrain and make it work better on this side. I just focused more on getting the space for the bubbles. Thank you so much.
X100.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits, and you know, my favorite as always, the phallic unicorn. Bubbles is in the same room. She's playing a game, I think. City Skylines? Oh, Coral Island. Well, you were playing it earlier. Last time I looked at your screen was when you literally had the game screen up, the menu. Let's do like that, and then come across like that, maybe. Like, we'll fix this bit later, but let's just have a look at that. Now, where is the center of this building? Here. Okay. So that is 21 blocks. Okay. So that means block 11 is the center. So this block right here should be the center. That was actually a really smart way of doing that. I've never done that before. I think that was actually pretty smart. Instead of doing the counting thing. Still got to do the counting thing just to be sure, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. Because I want a staircase that lines up with the center of the building. So that looks like a good spot. I think. Stairs there, probably branch out one for the edge. I think that fits in fine. I wouldn't mind bringing it out a little. Let's grab that rest of the scaffolding back. Parkour! So I wouldn't mind bringing this out a few more for safety. And I want this to come out more as well. Because I'm going to have a retaining wall like here. So I kind of feel like I want this to be a bit more dominant. And the really nice thing about retaining walls is there is literally no need to blend the terrain nicely. Which is my favorite thing. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And that's pretty much just going to meet up with this terrain over here. Yeah, big thing we're doing a lot with the farming town is flattening things a lot, making it very kind of flat and farmable and workable. I don't really want to be doing that a ton on the steampunk side. I want to use the elevation a bunch, have buildings like built on the cliff side and stuff like that. I want it to be very different. You'll be lurking doing some more schoolwork. All good, Pluto. Hope you learned something new. Trapdoor fixes something down. Dun 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 dun. Ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum. I think that's alright. I think the curve needs to come in a bit more that way, though. Yeah, I like that more. Let's do the other side. And then we'll start curving it over here, I think. And we will get rid of that. For now. Alright. I don't need hitboxes on. But I do. That. I feel like I want this to just come across and blend there, maybe? Yeah. So instead of curving, at least anywhere near yet. Now we do you. Come across and do a U. Like you. Alright, how's that? Alright, that can be adjusted later, but I think that's good. Alright, now remember everyone, double dirt. Always double dirt. Eh. Double dirt if you wish to live, is the only way. Just makes life easier when it comes to working on the terrain later, so you don't just dig one hole and immediately fall through the gap. Like, you've got a bit more to work with. Indy, thank you so much for the resub. 7 months, my friend. Welcome in. Hope you're well. We're just doing some foundation work on the on our farming town today. Just doing lots of town planning. We've done lots of thinking about the stuff that we want to do in this town. And we're just laying out some terrain, and then we're gonna like do some planning with like maybe wool, or probably not wool. Wool's a bit of an expensive resource for me right now, and it's also kind of annoying to harvest. So I don't know, something. We'll use something. I know I've used diorite a bit. Just because it's a bit of a stark contrast, and we haven't really used it yet. But alright, so let's grab some torches. Nifty, what I like to hear. Grab some torches and just plot out where we know our terrain isn't going to cover. So that we don't have mobs spawning under it. Let's just check. We're good on this side. I think we are. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Time to fill in some dirt. Oh my, the greatest activity that's ever lived. Let's get rid of these like offshoots that we from our different climbing. Because there's something down there. Enjoy your lurk, Kip. Love you to bits. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Lurking really does help a lot, guys, and we appreciate and love lurkers here. Alright, let's get the bottom layer done first, because that's generally easier. So much of me wants to break that dirt block, just because it's been placed earlier than I intend to place it, and it makes me unhappy, but like, I want it to be there, but my brain is like, nah, it can't be there yet. It can't. It's illegal, it's wrong. It's not in the order that you intended to do. Just been playing Hypixel Skyblock about this whole stream. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm always like playing Minecraft generally if I'm watching streams. Like, sometimes I'll chime in, but usually another streamer I watch uses that trapdoor sound for timeouts, and then an animation of some type occurs, so I was like, who got timed out? I like that. It's me lurk sound. Makes sense though. It's a good timeout sign too. Eventually I want sounds for like so many things. Because like I just love the idea of having sounds for like a lot of commands and channel point redemptions and things. I just love that. Love the idea. But for now we've got high, buy, and lurk, I think. And we've got the sound for the timer. I think that's all the like custom sounds we have except for alerts. Now, Indy, you're a man of science. A man of smart things like books. I'm trying to think of a building that makes sense in like a medieval kind of time period. We've got our farming town here that makes sense for the enchanting setup to be in. That isn't a library, a bookshop, or a wizard tower. What you got for me? That fits the vibe of like a medieval farming town. Apothecary, like I've got a herbalist hut that I want to do, but I feel like actual like apothecary stuff would be, and alchemy and things like that would be in the steampunk town as opposed to the farming town. Like, it could be in the community center, but I don't know. I feel like it's very easy to just be like, oh yeah, that can go in the community center. And like, I don't want to do like a big place of worship like a church. I'm thinking about just having like a small shrine, but it wouldn't be like a building or anything. It'd be like, if anything, like a gazebo kind of thing. Why the tavern? I'm curious for your reasoning here. Because the healer will be the herbalist. But I want the herbalist to be more focused around brewing. I don't necessarily want to put the enchanting setup there. Like, I can. I just don't really want to. Thank you. I will play with it after stream. Thank you. She gifted me a smartwatch. I think, like, third hand, but something like that. And I don't want to just put it in someone's house, because that feels like a cop-out. Ah, that's really interesting. It's an idea. But all that would make more sense in the community center. Because I kind of see the community center as essentially the town hall. But a town hall just feels a bit too grand for this town. And like, it can be in the community center, like, it's certainly an idea, it's certainly a good idea, have it in an office or something. It probably will go in the community center. Just trying to think if there's something else. A seer. Okay. That's cool. Have like a fortune teller? And then there'd probably be like beef between the seer, the fortune teller, and the herbalist. I like this. I smell lore. That's what I've been looking for. Some just kind of like abstract things, like kind of odd things for the functions, like things that are like a lot more abstract. As opposed to like things that are like kind of the go-to standard. Like, so many people do wizard towers. I think I've only ever done like one wizard tower, but you know. But also, like, the wizard tower just doesn't really fit the vibe. And I feel like neither does a library or a bookshop. Especially because I want to do, like, a traveling, like, book wagon for, like, my two librarians. So I didn't really want to have a bookshop on top of that. But I really like the idea of the fortune teller. I think fortune teller instead of seer. I like the idea that she's a bit dodgy. And we can build like redstone contraptions and stuff that like that are her like smoke and mirrors and stuff. I actually really like that idea, and I feel like she's probably like a little bit newer to town. The herbalist has been here forever, and so the herbalist is really angry because a charlatan has come to town, is like stealing her shtick. I really like this idea. Oh yeah. Yeah, not a bad, but yeah, definitely something. But like also just stuff to like I want like a telescope or something so she can spy on people and yeah, I really love that idea. Thank you very much, Indy. I love that. Very cool. Yes, Maurice is right. Self-care, everyone. I want you all to make sure that you've eaten, preferably in the last couple hours. I want you to make sure you're drinking water, because I care about each and every one of you, and I want to make sure you're doing self-care during my streams. All right. And just a quick med check as well, for if you've quick med check if you've forgotten to take your meds or anything. Just yeah. You all pretty much look after me, make sure I drink enough and stretch. So I want to make sure you are doing the same thing too. Alright, I think we've kind of got everything planned that we want. I wouldn't mind having a flower I don't know if I want a flower shop. Like, it makes more sense for them to have a market, but I want shops instead. I want permanent shops. Must lurk, all good. Ah, that's odd. Hopefully, yeah. Hope, I hope that gets better for you sometime, my friend, but enjoy the lurk. I really do appreciate it. It really does help the stream. And just a friendly reminder to those that may be lurking, if you are muting the stream, if you can mute it by right-clicking on the tab in your browser, instead of actually muting the stream through Twitch, it keeps my average numbers up. Twitch recognizes that it's muted, and they tend to not really count you as a viewer. Is that a wandering trader or a pillager? It's a trader. What you got? I am not interested in any of this. So an idea is like toggleable flickering lights. That's an excellent idea. I love that. Yeah, I love that idea. That's really good. Yeah. I love the idea of this build. It's got so much lore built into it, and it's just really funny. Oh no, my finger slipped. Why am I not in the game anymore? How bizarre. I don't know what's going on. I need to fix that. What's huh? My OBS is acting up. totally my OBS acting up. Where did that trader go? He must have gone home. What am I doing? Dirting. How weird, yeah. I love doing that. I still will never forget the stream that I killed the Wandering Trader and the llamas, and then someone whose name was literally like Llama Lover or something like that was like, it was like Llama Boy, I think, came in and was like, "You killed the llamas." I felt so bad. So ever since I never show me killing them on screen. But yeah, I think we've got all the functional things we want that make sense for the town as well. Yeah. I like this. And then we just need lots and lots and lots of houses to support everyone. All the people that need to live in this town. Lol. Haven't had like a little ditty or a serenade in quite a while, actually. I know I didn't stream for like a month, but I feel like I hadn't got them really for a while before that. We could, if only we could make traders not despawn, they would make great other villagers. I agree. I really agree. Like, we came up with the idea to do like a traveling camp, like a traveler's camp for our villager breeder to be in. So that our new villagers canonically are coming in from out of town. Are just travelers who have come to town and joined, which I really like the idea of. And I'd love to be able to have wandering traders there. I think it'd be cool. It'd make a lot of sense. And also, like, if you're playing in peaceful, wandering traders are like the only way to get to trade for gunpowder. So it'd be good for them to have. And let's just, I guess, come across here for now. I'll fill the rest in later. We'll deal with the back of the terrain at another day. And you can do exploits and stuff to make their trades renewable. But you can only load them for an hour before they despawn, so you gotta be real careful about it. There's an exploit to reset their trades. At least there was when I was watching Ilmango's Peaceful series, Peaceful Challenge. Not that I watch Ilmango anymore, I don't like... I don't know. I think he's a problematic content creator. He's got views that I really don't agree with, and I don't want to support him. Because I think his views are harmful to certain communities. That's alright. Delay happens. It exists. I understand. I do want to try and get my internet better. I want to just get a big boy Ethernet cable and run it through like the whole apartment to get to my computer. Because the Wi-Fi can be a bit iffy with Twitch. So I want to do that at some point. I just need to actually get around to doing it, buying the big boy port cable and running it and securing it so it's safe. But we'll get there at some point. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, man, oh man, oh man. I should have some water. How has it been 2 hours? I feel like time has just flown for me on this stream. I've been having a good time. I'm thinking, lore building, chatting with you guys a bunch. And, like, all we've done is is shoot ghasts and place dirt, but it's been great. I've had a really good stream so far. Like, time has literally just flown. Yeah, I think the next couple days, well, next couple streams, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow and when I'll stream and stuff. I probably won't do daytime streams for a while. I don't know though. It's just hard for me to motivate myself to like get up. Other side of the build. We out of dirt? We are out of dirt. That's fine. We'll need to go get more. That's why we went and collected all that gunpowder, so... Ba-ba, laughing every day. Flowers. Leather and leads. Leads go in the toolbox. Wood. Apple here. I could store that over at the apple tree, but that seems like slight overkill. Leads. I've got my travel bed in there. Good. Gonna want that. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum. Hey, chocolate beans. I really wish I had a way to just fly up to the loft. Maybe I need to add like a... Because I've got these ventilation holes. Maybe I need to make some of them a bit bigger so I can just fly in here. Leather. Oop. Where am I? Over here. Work all day. Seeds. I did add a game to our chat commands, by the way. I'll when things are a bit more active in chat, I'll try to remember to demonstrate it. Alright, let's grab our TNT. Let's make sure... ba-ba-da-ba. What am I doing? TNT. Make sure we've got plenty of like flint and steel going. Here. That's right. Ba-ba. I kind of just want to put mending and unbreaking on a flint and steel. Is that a weird thing to do? I feel like we're using a lot of TNT for harvesting resources, so it just seems like a worthwhile thing to do. So let's head over to the village. I want to trade for more arrows anyway, so... Ba-da-bum-ba. Bum-bum-ba-dum, ba-ba-dum-ba. Oh, oh, oh. One day, I just perfectly made that turn so smoothly without like hitting a wall, and it was amazing. And it was like the first time we ever flew into this tunnel, and then it has never happened again. It has never ever happened again. Oh, we need a mason. It doesn't really make sense to have a mason though, does it? Like that's gotta be in the steampunk town. Guess we'll just stay here for the mason. Stay coming here for the mason for a little bit. Because I feel like there's literally no thing that we can use the mason for that makes sense, that isn't going against the fact that they rely on the steampunk town for stuff like that. Do that, do that. Let's get out my flint and steel so I can throw these guys on it. I'm gonna want it anyway. To the work area. And you know, when we have more houses, we'll have like a lot more of like these as well, because a lot of them will be farmers and stuff. They'll need work hours, work areas. So like wherever we are in the town, we should hopefully have access to a lot of workstations that we might need. So that and that. You, and you. Beautiful. Emerald days can go away. You can go away for let's grab out our travel bed. Do that. Let's go get those 2 shulkers that I had full of dirt. That are no longer full of dirt. Oops. Oop. Sleep. And go to sleep. And go to sleep. Ba-ba-bum. For sneezing. Bubbles apologizes for sneezing, if you heard it. Now, if I remember correctly, the dirt farm was directly this way. Farm. I think like 1,000 blocks or something. Hey look, sunflowers. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba da ba 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 boom. Ba ba da ba. Ah, that's spawn. That's right. Going the right direction then? Or was it east? No, I think it was this way. I think it was over the ocean. Ba ba dum. We'll definitely recognize it when we see it. That's for sure. Ba 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 da bum. Okay, they're just some islands. Okay, this looks like actual land masses. Like, it doesn't really matter if we go to the same spot, I just kind of wanted to. Yeah, let's just go down here. Oh, it is here. Perfect. Other way. That? Yeah. And then... No, that's right. I can't offhand it. I've got to do it like that way. Yeah. feel like that's probably a good amount. And you know, I could do this the normal way, but the normal way is boring and also slow. Like, look how much dirt we already have. And while yes, we do spend a lot of time farming TNT, gunpowder for this, I think it's more fun to farm the gunpowder than it is to dig up dirt. The hard part is like following your trail and finding all the holes. Bum ba da ba da ba bum bum ba da ba. Ba dum ba dum bum. Because yeah, I really have come to really enjoy using TNT to harvest as many resources as I can in this world. It really does make my life a lot easier. Like, I want dirt and spend like 10 minutes and get 2 shulker boxes because from TNT and not use any durability on my shovel. Like, easy money. And you know, we'll have to do some like solid streams at some point where we're harvesting dirt the normal way, just because I'm gonna eventually want to do like some big terraforming projects. Like, I'd love to make some custom mountains. I've never done that before. I'd love to do some like really cool custom terrain later on, when we start working on different projects other than the current town we're working on of the farmers and the steampunk. When we move on to other things, which will happen. Like, we'll finish with this project eventually, and we're gonna want to keep building things. I want to build towns and cities and stuff all over the place in different styles, and yeah. Let's do a quick fly around, see if I'm missing any doit. I think we've gathered up most of it. Here's a bit I missed. Alright, let's do a little bit more. Try and even things out a bit, so it's not so horrific to get around. But I knew we'd be doing this, and that's why I spent all that time gathering up gunpowder earlier, because I knew I was going to do this. Surely there's more. Yeah. Because one TNT generally gives you like a stack and a half a turn, so you had to have more. And a little bit of cobble, which is nice. Because cobble is a lot more, You're trying to host, honey? You need to go to your chat, your channel chat, and type /host Solafla. Oh, we can't host anymore? Because I know they were getting rid of it, but I didn't know that they had. Ah, bugger. I will. I only put it in yesterday, so... Because I know that the channel's going to need a lot of support at the moment. To keep kind of... Afloat is the wrong term, but try and keep up with our growth going while we're being inconsistent and having lots of breaks because of my health. Like, I know I'm going to need a lot of help from the community to keep us growing. Make sure we don't stagnate and go backwards. Well, we've got enough to fill the 2 shulkers, so that's good. Boop, boop. Beautiful. And 2 spare. Perfection. And then we just head this way. See how easy was that? Why dig when you can do that? So much more fun. It's not quite as... let's say easy as using TNT for like cobble and stuff, because I can just set up a contraption to do that and just go and collect the resources myself. Dirt doesn't go down that far. So I can't set up a contraption to do it, but I can run around and do it, so that works fine. I really want to build something at spawn sometime soon. Hello, village. Come back to minefields always. We were collecting dirt. And the most fun way to do that is with TNT. Alright, that's definitely our mountain, so we're over here. Let's put away all the extra stuff we got, as well as top up our rockets. We didn't use that much TNT. We got 2 shulkers of dirt. I think that's pretty good. We do you. And a chest goes there. Let's put away this stuff. Boom, boom. Boom. Copper goes here. Beautiful. Let's condense this into blocks. It's taken up a lot of space. Boom. Then the spare 2 dirt we got goes there. Let's quickly fix that timer. Host, turn off. There we go. You, and there we go. We had a little bit of hubble. That's still full? Yeah, beautiful. Some flowers. All of this stuff gets stored not here. Ba-ba-dum-ba-da-ba. Ba-dum-bum. What are you looking at? Why are you giving me that look? Lol. It's up to you. You can do whatever you wish. Okay, pork goes in here. Beautiful. Are we full on feathers? We probably are. We're not. Cool. We are nowhere near it. Cool. Because we can trade those with the Fletchers. With the Fletcher. The feathers. And obviously the meat with the butcher. Oh, it's time to kill them. That's exciting. A leather. It's enjoyable knowing how many animals we killed accidentally with TNT. Don't you think? Let's just throw that in there. And, yeah. Do the greatest thing known to man. Doing the chicken pit. Beautiful. Oh, I love this machine. It's so stupid. I gotta go. Absolute heroism. Alright, let's that's totally full in here. And the main reason we've got this farm in the first place is to trade with the butcher. Just gives us more things we can trade. And get more emeralds. Boop. And then we'll come back later and make sure to reset the system when it's ready. Could probably set up some kind of system so that after 5 minutes it would reset, but I don't really want to do that right now. I want to, I do want to do that right now, but I really want to be doing planning. I want to stick to the plan for today. And that is not the plan for today. Today is terraforming, world building, and planning. Now, over the next couple streams, we're going to do a lot of really basic stuff that will probably change when it comes to actually coming to working on this stuff. But it's just about getting things in place for us to work from. Like, I want to get the retaining wall around this so that we can start planning the terrain around that and the shops and the town square. But do I know how I want to build the retaining wall? Absolutely not. So we're just going to use cobble for now. And that will completely change later. Whether it stays cobble, no idea. But I'll at least have pillars and supports and decoration and texturing and all the good stuff. Hello, sirs. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm a big supporter of regicide in these lands. Aren't you? I love a good mutiny. They're so fun. There we go. Congratulations, your prize is death. You are free from eternal servitude. Congratulations. You get to live on in my memories. It's my favorite way to deal with pillagers. It's just the biggest power move. Like, genuinely, I feel like there's no better way. It's just the biggest power move. It's to make them kill their own leader. Like, I always used to just make them despawn. I always used to just fly up in the air and make them despawn. Because it's the quickest and easiest way. But it's boring. Because I never see anyone do that. I never see anyone, like, content creator or people I play with do that. Flying in the air to make them despawn. And I've always, like, felt so kind of superior about it. Be like, oh, I do this, no one else does this. Why are you working so hard to get rid of them? And I'm just like, and now I'm like, man, this is so much more fun. Every time. Unless just not enough of them spawn, because that does happen a lot. Where it just becomes too difficult. Let's put the banner away. But yeah. Now the next question is, where do we want the land to start for the town square? Sleep on the sofa? That is the question. Give me just a second, guys. Alright. What am I doing? Over here. So do we want the ground level to be here? For the town square? Or do we want the wall to be 3 blocks? So the ground would be here. Because we're going to have a staircase. I feel like 3 blocks is a bit much. Feels a bit too grand. Thank you, honey. I feel like this height is better. Yeah, I think the 2 height is good. So then what we want to do is bring everything up to this level. Which means you guessed it. More dirt placing. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby, you're a wild one. And we'll change the terrain around here as well. I want to keep this hill. I like this hill, but I want to make the approach to it a bit shallower. Hey, she's kissing me and giving me the head scratches. I am the greatest man alive. That's true. Maurice is the greatest man alive. Ooh, it's Flip. Our hero. The hero of Canton, the man they call Flip. Hello, Winston. I could never forget about Winston and Flip. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, let's get rid of these trees. But I do not want them here. Ba-bam. Bum bum bum. Ba ba da ba bum bum. Bum bum bum. But something exciting. I've got another laughing challenges in the work. It'll be a little bit down the line. Gotta figure out details, times. Wanna get, wanna add more to the data pack and all that jazz. Organize a server, things like that. But I'd love to. It's just I really enjoyed the laughing challenges. I'd love to do it again. And as a content creator, I've reached out to. They seem interested, and we have a very vibing energy and sense of humor, so I think it'll be a really, really good time. Let's put this dirt away for the moment while we just chop these trees. We'll keep a little on, but I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be really, really fun. And I've reached out to a couple people to make it a little bit better than it was last time, because, you know, my first data pack. See if they can help me make it a bit better. Do things that I wanted to do with it, but just don't know how. Also, just in general, like, my health isn't great, so it's great to have the assistance for that. Can't guarantee anything energy-wise, so I don't want to have to put the pressure on myself. But, you know, we'll see. I'm keen. I think, stop doing that, please, honey. Ba-bum. Looks like it's all good. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Alright, I think that's because we're bringing it to this height, so... we need to go rid of these trees. Ba-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-bum, bye. Ba-da-da-ba, ho-ho-ho. But I think we've come up with some really really cool ideas for the base. Things that are a little bit more abstract outside the box of functions for well, of world-building lore for various functional purposes. Because, you know, like for a super smelter, it goes in a blacksmith. Like everyone builds it in a blacksmith. I'm no real exception. It just doesn't make sense to have a blacksmith in this town. I know, I like that we've got some more out-of-the-box things. For things, like I love that we've, like, the enchanting setup's gonna be like in a fortune teller's, like, I really, really am a big fan of all the kind of cool ideas that we've come up with together on stream tonight. I'm really happy with that. Like the villager breeder's gonna be like add like a traveler's camp a little bit outside of the town down the road to signify that the new villagers are like travelers who've come in from out of town. And overall, I'm super, actually pretty happy and pumped about all that. I really like the ideas we've come up with. And like, there's just some cool like world building lore and stuff that just like comes along with some of it. And the more houses and buildings and stuff we get in, shops and houses and things, the more lore and world building we can build in. Like, we had such a good time doing it with the farm and Heinrich and stuff, but we don't have any other houses, we don't have any other people. So the more people we get in, the more fun world building stuff we can include. And I'm pumped. I love this stuff. You know me, I love this side of Minecraft. Creating worlds, building cultures. It's great. I love it. Let's just kind of segment things off a little bit. I find that's easiest when it comes to working on like a big land of like block filling like this. Especially when it's, you know, amorphous. We need to sleep. I have a way up here. We need to get the staircase in a little bit sooner. As soon as we can, but you know, we'll get there. Once we've got the ground, and then we can throw the retaining wall in, we can build the stairs into it. That'll be good. Lots to do just to get this area ready to just plan. But that's fine. It's easy terraforming. The terraforming for the Panda Sanctuary is much more difficult. But I'm also just super excited about it. I'm pumped for this. Yeah. I love this world. I think this is my favorite world I've ever played in. It really is. Like I've done some cool builds. I've like had a good time. I mainly play on servers. Like it's been forever since I played single play. Because I usually don't really enjoy it. But it's not really single player because I've got you guys with me. I'm hanging out with you guys. We do stuff together. But I really enjoy the pace of single player a lot more than I enjoy the pace of servers. Servers move so quick because, one, everyone's so excited because you're with other people and you want to work with them and push forward and you grind out so much, but also you don't have to do everything yourself. Like, you know, each person generally makes like 2 to 3 farms and then you have access to everything either through trade, sharing resources, or through like buying through an economy, through a shopping district. And so it's really easy to do like much bigger projects and you don't have to do as much infrastructure. Whereas I'm loving the pace of this, of just slowly but surely building up infrastructure, getting to play it in our own terms, because I love playing slowly. Like, really, like, it's going to take a long time before we move even into, like, mid-game. Like, we're still well and truly in early game. Like, we have almost no infrastructure. And the infrastructure we have isn't, you know, cream of the crop. There's so much room for improvement and upgrading through time, which I'm excited for. And, you know, I expect, like, mid-game will be... Hey, honey. Mid-game will be, like, the steampunk area, but I still don't want, like, top-tier automated farms in the steampunk area. One, lag, but also I want reason to build stuff after we finish that project. I want to be able to build more things, more fantasy stuff around the world, more kingdoms, cities, castles, cultures. Like, I want to be playing on this world for a good long while here. And I think it's going to be really fun. Yeah. And, you know, once the new 118 Vault Hunters comes out, I don't know if I'm going to do entirely Vault Hunters for a couple weeks, but I'm definitely going to do more Vault Hunters than single player, at least for a little bit, and then I might even the schedule out after that. Go back to like a 2v3, it'll probably end up being a 4 versus 1 for the first few weeks, because I'll be super excited, I want to make progress, I want to run vaults. And this will be a bit on the back burner, but, you know, I love this world. I can never be away from it for too long. And we're going to build up something truly extraordinary over time. And I just can't wait. My goodness gracious, what day are we on? We're on day 884. Like, we're getting so close to day 1000, and it's just like, how? Like, literally, we have, like, our base is very beautiful, but, like, we really don't have, like, much in the way of infrastructure. We have a few manual crop farms and a few manual animal farms. We've got a couple low to mid-tier XP farms, but like that's kind of it. We really don't have a lot of infrastructure. We've just got a lot of really pretty things, a lot of good decorating and landscaping that we've spent a lot of time on, but like we're almost at day 1000 and it's like, it feels like we still really haven't accomplished like anything. Like we have a barn and a farmhouse and then just lots of nice decoration that goes along with it. like the chicken coop and, you know, stuff like that. But like, we really don't have a lot. Like, our base is wonderful, it's beautiful, it's sprawling, but it's still like super early game, and we're like 830, and I don't AFK, so like, there was like one night of AFK in there, but other than that, it's all been stream time, all been us playing. Like, even if I want to take screenshots and stuff, I make a backup of the world so I'm not affecting the playtime. And I actually think it's wild, like, how long we've spent on this world. Considering, like, yeah, it's only when we stream. Like, I don't play in this world when we're not streaming, and it's really cool. Like, we've done like 50 streams in this world. Which is insane. That's so many hours. What is our playtime, actually? I'm curious. Statistics. Time played. 8.33 days. That's a lot of time. How many hours is that? So 8 times 24 should get us hours. That's 192 hours. Approximately, a little bit less, because I haven't done the 8.3. That's so much time. I love it. Because it's always so hard to, like, I mean, like, you've got playtime and stuff, but so often, like, if you AFK in a world, and generally we're productive whenever we're here, because, you know, I've got to be on streaming. When I play it a lot of the time in single play, well, just without streaming, a lot of the time I spend so much time just running around doing nothing. Whereas I can't do that when I'm streaming. I've got to, like, find a way to be doing something. And so, like, all of our playtime in this world is not non-AFK, except for maybe like 8-10 hours, but like in like the second or third week, just because I needed enough cactus to be able to make the wallpaper for the farmhouse, and I didn't want to have to wait in game for several hours. But yeah, it's really cool, and like, it's all been time of us being productive, really. Like, whether it's resource gathering, caving, building, farming, like, we don't really spend a lot of time just running around jumping and not doing anything. So like, it's so productive. And when you AFK in worlds a lot, it's so hard to really see what your playtime is. Like, and when you play on servers, you don't have an accurate day count and stuff. Whereas I am actually super enjoying playing single player. And, you know, like, I generally struggle with single player because I need validation. I like hanging out with people while I work. I need validation. I need people to inspire me to do stuff. But I've got you guys. And that's really cool. Like, you know, we started playing on a server on Pixel, and I was like, man, I just want to be in my single player world. I can't get anything done. There's too many interactions. I can't get anything done. But no, there's definitely a few people from Pixel that I want to do laughing challenges with as well. The person I've reached out to is not a Pixel SMP member, but there's definitely a few that I want to reach out to and do laughing challenges with as well, because they're a blast. I love hanging out with them, and I think it'll be a good time, because, you know, in laughing challenges, we're competing in about generally like 2 to 3 challenges. It's best of 3. Each challenge lasts for an hour, and we're essentially collecting things, whether it be, you know, collecting the amount of unique mobs killed, or deaths, or advancements, which were the ones that we had to collect when I was doing it with Nightcare. And I love it. It's super fun, and we stay on chat with the other person the whole time, so it's just smack talking. You know, you mute occasionally so you can talk to your community, but it's just smack talking, and I love it so much. And I can't wait to do it with more content creators. Like, from the get-go, when I came up with the idea, it was always like, I want to do this as a series. I want to do this from time to time. This isn't a one-time thing. This is a continued endeavor. I'm gonna go to like here for now. I'll fix this up later. And no, I'm pumped. I was thinking about it today, about laughing challenges today, and I was like, man, I'd like to do that again. And then I was like, who do I want to do that with? And just this person just popped in my mind immediately. Just because I love their humor, I feel like our energies mesh. I thoroughly enjoy. I love hanging with them. And I am just super keen to be able to play Minecraft with them and smack talk for a few hours. Alright, this is probably enough space for now. I definitely want to clear some more space around this side. So let's put this dirt away and let's go collect some more. And what we do with this terrain will change, like, but now it's just for like plotting stuff out. But we need to have the terrain available to us so we can actually build the buildings, and then we can re-terraform later. Make it look better. Got to be a bit precise right now because our shovel is bonkers. Okay, and then we'll just need to bring the road down a little bit, but that's fine. I was actually planning, expecting to be able to lay down some actual like planning blocks today, but I don't think that's going to actually happen. I think there's just a lot of getting ready to do the planning. And you know, we've done a lot of theory crafting and thinking today, which is the most important part really, is knowing what we want to put in these places. I'm just excited to, like, we're getting to a point where we're actually able to, like, build the community and the culture. Like, we can build this small town together, and I'm actually really pumped and excited about that. Like, we can start creating the cast of characters and, like, actually, like, completely build a small town, like where everyone knows each other, there's lots of people, lots of jobs, and like build the connections and interconnections. And it's gonna be really, really cool. It's gonna be a really cool project to do that, and excellent for me to run a D&D adventure in. Do that. Head up here. Now I'm thinking I want this bit of the hill here, but I want to carve it back from about here. I think that's what I want. Because I want the town square to be centered with the staircase, and then I want buildings around the town square. So we need to have the room to do that. But I also really like that hill being there. I think it looks really good from that angle, and I think it'll look good from this. It looks good from this angle too. There's just a sightline blocker, so like you come around the corner and you can see everything nicely. And let's just do like that. That's right. I wish planes were a lot more flat than they actually are. Like, I actually hate the world generation of planes. I think they're just terrible, and everyone's like, oh, they're so easy to work in. It's like, no, they're not. You have to do so much work to make them workable. You have to do so much terraforming, filling in, flattening things, changing things, tweaking things, so they're actually buildable. You can actually build on them. Because they're never flat enough for a build you want to do in a flat area. So they're just boring, but like there's no like nice reason for them to be boring because they're not even flat like they're meant to be. And there's so many pockmarks, and I hate the generation. I genuinely think it's terrible. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to build a farming village. Like a farming village, a farming town, without having to do so much terraforming just to be able to have like decent sized crop fields. Like, there shouldn't be so much change in elevation. It should be slow changes. I know we're around hills and mountains, but even, like, still. Like, we definitely need to, like, fix up the terrain around this mountain, and we will. Around this hill. But not today. Probably. Maybe. Alright. So let's get a retaining wall going. So let's put these away. Let's go grab some cobblestone. Because that's all we're going to build it with for now. It will become decorative and nice and pretty, but I don't know how I want to build it, and that's not what today is about. Today is about just getting stuff in place. So we have foundations to work upon to just make my life easier when it comes to having the energy to do things on stream. It'll just be nice and simple. We're going to do this. And, you know, it's fairly low, so it won't be like the most detailed retaining wall in the world, but there will be detail. I love retaining walls. When I discovered... I like never made retaining walls, and then I discovered that retaining walls are the easiest way to deal with not cleaning up your terrain. Like, I want it, like, thematically in this point, like, I think it makes sense and I think it'll look good. But, like, a lot of the time I use it just so I use retaining walls just so I don't have to, make my custom terrain transition properly. Because it looks good, and it's easy. Like, people are like, oh, you use retaining walls, fancy builder. It's like, nah, I'm just lazy. Okay, so the center block is here, is that right? Yeah. So this is the staircase. Probably want to push it back even one more like that, and then like that, and then I'll just put the cobble away. Boom, boom. It's nice we were able to like pretty much get a lot of the dirt back that we spent filling this up by clearing that out. pretty good. Just want to get some cobble stairs. I am gonna write Mason on this. But I literally can't think of any possible reason that it would make sense for there to be a Mason. In this town, when this town canonically relies on that town for things like fortified stone. Like, they do the quarrying, they do the mining, they do the refining. Like, it makes no sense for there to be a mason here. There we go. And just because it makes me unhappy, let's just extend this wall over. Ba 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 ba. All right, no, I think that's good. Like, that'll be in line with the... I don't know if it's going to be in line with the entrance. I think I actually want the entrances to be on the sides, but it is centered with the... at least the front portion of the community center. This little jut out here, it's at least centered with that. We might actually have time to, It's 20 past 10. I don't know if I want to stream for too much longer. Getting tired. Stream stamina 1 isn't back where it once was, but also I don't want to push myself too hard. I don't want to work myself too hard. What do we have that I can use as... preferably that doesn't take too long to break. That's not a bad idea, but I don't have a silk touch shovel. Sand isn't a terrible idea, but I'd rather something that isn't affected by gravity. Mud isn't a bad idea. We have a decent amount of this. I feel like it won't necessarily stand out, though. No, I don't think I have anything in this section. Oh, we have tons of endstone. Let's use that. It's not super nice to mine up again, but we have heaps of it, and it should stand out. Like, we have like 3 double chests, at least. Probably more than that. I think it's like 7 double chests full of the stuff over in the end. From when we dug out the area for the Enderman farm. Yeah, I like this. I think this is cool. I'm a big fan. Okay. So, I want a path that comes out here-ish. And then we want the town square like this-ish. The square itself doesn't need to be super big. Something like that, maybe. And then the path comes in from over here. Town square will need to be actually properly circular and stuff, but, you know, whatever. So I'm thinking... we probably want, like, the bigger buildings here and then the smaller buildings like that, so it's a nice kind of gradient of height. So this will probably be, like, the pub here. And I'm thinking let's do it on like a bit of a diagonal because I hate myself. Closer. That one should be like that. Should be like this. That. Something like that. Now I can actually walk up here instead of flying. Top tier. Although I think I want to move it closer. I think I kind of want it to be part of, to kind of be leaning on the wall, be part of the wall. That's also taking up a lot of room, but I want it to be like a decent sized building, because you know, it's a tavern. It's a pub. So let's start maybe here. And like a 5-0. Back from lunch, awesome. We're doing some planning, so I'm thinking this will be like kind of the tavern. I want it to be a bit of a diagonal. I want it to be. Oh, that's. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll fix the shape later. Then what else do we have? So I'm thinking let's do something like this. And for now I just kind of want to throw some shapes in. That one I know kind of I want to have as the tavern. But I want a lot of these buildings to be connected. Like the shops and stuff, I want them to be kind of connected. So what if this is like the fortune teller shop, which means she'd want to have like a back room where she does the actual like fortune telling, and then this is like the main like lobby. Let's actually bring that out. Like that. Like this could be like the bakery maybe. Fortune teller. And then let's create a bit of an alley here. And maybe a bit of a smaller shop front. Maybe for the butcher. And then we'll go Like a bit of a diagonal building like this. Very much kind of using the principles from the shanty town. But don't want it to be like diagonal, like don't want it to be symmetrical. So what if we do like maybe like that? And maybe a build like here, something smallish. Bring it out maybe one more. And then along down here, I want to have like the book wagon. And then maybe just another little thing like here. Alright, so now we want some signs. Okay. So let's label some stuff. Tavern. Alright, let's have a look at things we want. I'm thinking. So this I have kind of planned to be the fortune teller. I actually quite like the idea of this being like a 2-story B&B. That's the B&B. Although this could also be a good B&B because then there could be a stables. Yeah, let's do this as the B&B actually. And then stables. So the tall building can be... I feel like it really makes sense to be the... I like the idea of a tall candlestick maker building. Candle shop. Feel like butcher. This is definitely going to want to be a little bit bigger, but that's fine. This whole thing could be the butcher. I need the bakery. Actually, what did I put here? The candlestick? Let's make this the bakery. This shop is changing hands so many times. And then, like, I think this can be the candlestick maker, because there's literally, it's purely just for function. Not function, for aesthetic. And then I think this can be like a flower shop. I think would be cute. Yeah, imagine this. This looks good, right? Oh, and then down here is the book wagon. Now these sizes and shapes aren't set in stone. They will definitely and probably be changed. But I think I like this. I think I like the idea of coming down the path here, around in the corner. We've got the community center, and then we've got the book wagon, and then we see all these buildings. We come through down here and we're just surrounded by shops and it feels cozy. I don't know if I want anything in the middle here, if I just... maybe a tree or a garden. I think a garden might be nice. Hello. Hello. Hey, pretty lady. Oh, cool. Awesome, thank you. That's fair. Awesome. I love cheats. No. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, and that's the town square. I think a garden. So there's, like, I don't necessarily want anything here that'll obstruct the view of the community center. So I think instead of a fountain, we'll go for, like, the garden. I definitely want some gardens and stuff up here as well. Maybe even a fountain, like, over here or there. I don't know. I feel like a fountain's a bit grand, though. Maybe a wishing well. Wishing well's a cute idea. Yeah. Then obviously over here we've got the Panda Sanctuary, but I think that's cool. I like this a lot. And then we'll be able to bring more trees and stuff in like that. I think the community center's as far this way as I necessarily want to go. So we probably won't have a path coming out that way, but we definitely need a path that branches out this way over to the Panda Sanctuary. And I think I want the path coming into town, either from out that way or over that way. But I haven't decided yet. Like, it makes sense for this to be kind of... well, not really the start of the town. Start of the town makes sense to be shops and stuff, but I don't know. Sorry, houses. I don't know. I like this, though. I think we've got some good plans in place. Got a whole new area we can work on. Which is going to be good. I don't really feel like figuring out any stuff on this side right now. I think I'm really happy with what we've done today. We've done a lot of terraforming, a lot of thinking, a lot of theory crafting, lots of planning, lots of grinding, and just lots of good stuff in general. I think today's stream will really allow us to move forward a lot easier, which I'm super pumped about with this world. So yeah, I think let's try and deal with our messes a bit. Clean up our inventory, and then we'll probably call stream. I'm trying to keep them shorter a little bit. Like, I don't necessarily want to go the full 5 hours at the moment, just because, you know, my health isn't great, and I don't want to push myself too much. I don't want to tire myself out. I wouldn't mind cleaning up the island at the end at some point soon. Like, I feel like we have enough shellfish shells to be able to do that. Bring all that end stone home, so I might do that at some point, soonish. Because I want to go end raiding again, because we lost the backup elytra we literally just got. So I want that in my life. Because we need 2 elytra to be able to do 1 full map. Zoomed out map. So I don't... Sticks... in there, banners in here. Yeah, alright. Let's combine these. I feel like there's no reason not to. How about you? Will that repair? Yeah, cool. Like, it's not like I can use them to craft dispensers. Alright, man, but yeah, I think we've done some good stuff. I do want to completely clear out that chest. I think it's something that would be good for us to try and do. Let's quickly do this. Ba-ba. Do that, do this, do that, and do somebody once told me. Stupidest joke, and I love it every time. We'll never get old. I like this. I love seeing plans and stuff. Not quite as ridiculous as our plans on the when we were on Pixel. A bit more achievable and less unhinged. Ba-bum. Somebody. Tough stone. Chests. Oh. Saplings. Flowers. Apples. These. Let's top up my rockets. And yeah, I think we're gonna call the stream here, guys. So let's quickly do that. I hope you guys really enjoyed stream today. I had a good time. I feel like we got a lot done. I feel like we did a lot of really important stuff for our world tonight. Had a super good time. Lots of theory crafting. We got some cool out of the box ideas. We've got plans done, terraforming, and we've got a good road forward for the world at this point, which I'm super excited for. Super happy. Let's have a look at who's live, but I'm going to take us to the end screen while I look for someone to raid. Make sure to stick around, show whoever we raid love. If you are not a sub, here is your raid call, and if you are a sub, this is your raid call. Please copy and paste. So that we're ready to give whoever we raid a lot of love. Follow if you can. Follow if you like them. Stay as long as you can. And just let's pass on the love. All right. So I love you all so much, and I'll see you on the next stream. Stick around, and we'll pass on the laughy love. All right. Love you all.